Hi, I'm Lovey of Me and Grandma, and today I want to talk to you about crimes against RV'ers. And first thing I want to say is that crimes against RV'ers are very rare, and the statistics show that it's a very low possibility. But in case you have a problem or you run across somebody trying to target you, I have some tips and that you should know. And so the first thing I want to say are campsites are very low for crime. Boondocking is next, and living in a house is very high, well, higher. And so one thing is when you're in a campsite, there are safety in numbers. You have neighbors that can watch out for you, and that's a big deterrent. And you're close together, and you know if it's a stranger walking up to you or not. The next thing is prevention. What can you do to prevent crime against you and your property? Well, the first thing is you can have an alarm system, a very loud alarm system. So if anybody tries to break into your home, it will sound a very loud alarm. The second thing is to put deadbolts on your doors. That will prevent somebody from trying to break in. Another way that you can prevent somebody from breaking in is putting motion lights outside of your RV and cameras. One other thing that you can do is put a size large in men's shoes outside of your door if you're a single woman. That will indicate that there's someone large and burly in your home and that it could deter possible assailants. The next thing is you could put a large dog bowl outside of your door. And this will give the appearance that you have a large dog, and it could be an attack dog, and that could be a deterrent. Another thing that you can do is you can put a duck hunting sticker on your door, and that would give the impression that you have a gun. And so people are less likely to attack somebody if they feel that there might be a confrontation. So having a gun, a sticker, whether you have a gun or not, may scare somebody off. Another thing that you should do is you should not put any personal information on your trailer. Don't put your name on your trailer, because a criminal could come up to the trailer, call your name, and you would think it's somebody that you know, one of your neighbors, and it really may not be. It could be an assailant. The next thing is don't put anything on your RV that would indicate to a stranger that you are a full-timer, because this could trigger thoughts that you have all your life's belongings in your RV. So you don't want anybody to know that you're a full-time RVer. Well, you don't want any bad apples knowing. The next thing is protection. What can you do to protect yourself should somebody actually enter your motorhome? And there are several ways of protection. There are, you can have a big dog that is trained to attack on command. You can have guns, which there are gun laws, which I'll discuss later. So there are things that you can do with a gun and things you can't. You can have a knife, a large knife or a small knife, whatever you think is best. But if you have a gun or a knife, you need to realize that you have to be able to use a gun or a knife. You can't just have it and show it, because an assailant could actually overpower you and take that from you. So before that would happen, you have to be able to use that and not hesitate. The next thing you could use is a taser. Sometimes a taser will work good in slowing down a perpetrator. The next thing you can use is pepper spray. And the strong pepper spray that you can get that you're not supposed to use on humans, and I'm not saying you should, but I'm saying you could use bear spray if it happened to be handy. Bear spray will stop them in their tracks. Another thing that you can use is bleach in a spray. Bleach will burn the eyes and stop somebody in their tracks. And it's legal. You can use bleach. It's legal. Another thing that you can use is a club, what I call a billy bat. It's a little club and you can use it to hit somebody with very hard over the head. Another thing that you could do is learn a self-defense class, martial arts exercise, and get used to, that will get you used to doing the same repetitive motions over and over so that if you're attacked, it will become just reflex to be able to follow through in a real life situation. Now, regarding gun laws, to have a gun, to be able to travel with a gun, you have to understand the laws in the states that you plan to travel in. Some states say you cannot travel through their states with a gun. Others say you can travel through their state for a short duration if it's locked away and you're not staying. One thing about California is one of the strictest states for gun regulation. You have to have permits and they're very hard to get. You have to go through testing and it's a long process. In Phoenix, on the other hand, Arizona, you can get a gun relatively easy. You don't have to have a permit. You can pretty much carry it. You can do whatever you want with a gun almost in Phoenix, in Arizona. Another place that has fairly lax gun laws is Texas. Texas, you can get a gun. You don't need a permit. But in order to get a gun, there are some limitations for people, such as you cannot have a gun if you have been a criminal, a felon in the last 5 years. You cannot have a gun if you have been insane or if you are insane for a certain amount of time. You cannot have a gun if you are behind on student loans. Matter of fact, I think Texas won't even let you have a driver's license if you have been behind on student loans. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today, was just give you some safety tips for while you're in your motorhome in case anything should happen and how you can prevent those things from happening. I hope this helps, and stay safe. And thank you for subscribing and liking. I appreciate it. And thank you for watching. And so I'll see you next time. And I really am happy that people are viewing and subscribing and liking my videos. It's just wonderful. I'm just so happy. You don't even know. I'm just thrilled. So thank you. And I'll talk to you later.